this no-show county job, which was kind of my cover, so that I would, the only thing I had to do with that job was go in the morning and sign in, and they'd see me. Oh yeah, he's working today. He came and signed in, and then somebody would sign out for me. Actually, I paid somebody to sign out for me. They got my signature down really good. I just scribbled it, but like a
Right.
V, and they would scribble a V, and that's my signature. To this day, I have pretty much the same signature. Very
Damn.
easy to copy.
So then, I mean, how many years were you able to work that job? Or I suppose not work, but make that job work for you?
Well, let's see, I had that job from about when I became just before I became a line manager. So I think about actually right after, because I was playing college baseball. That's another chapter in the life there where, I decided, as being a bookmaker, as working with these guys, that I decided I wanted to take a couple classes in college and see if I could walk out on my local um, junior college baseball team, which I was able to do. I turned that into playing a year there and then enrolling in the University of Illinois at Chicago, which was basically right down the street from the warehouse. So all my classes were in the morning, and then um, and I took the, I took the classes. It wasn't, you had to take 4 classes a quarter. I believe we did quarters back then instead of trimesters.
Mhm.
And so I would take the maximum, but my first class was like 7 in the morning, right after baseball practice at 5:30 when baseball season started. Baseball practice was at 5:30 a.m. just for like conditioning and workouts.
Right.
Well, the guys in the warehouse thought I was a nut. They're like, "What do you want to go to college for, man?" I said, "To play baseball." Like, "What do you want to play baseball for? You got a good gig going." I go, "I'm going to keep my gig, but I want to go to school." Well, there was some times where, like road trips and stuff that kind of interfered. Um, but because I was, a good guy and, I had a lot of knowledge, there was some exceptions made. I had a very good friend whose father was a very powerful member, and he went to bat for me. He goes, "Hey, the kid wants to improve himself. Well, he's still going to work, but he needs the time off." They had no choice but to do what he said. He was a very high-ranking member of the
Can you say
Chicago.
who?
I can't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can't. A lot of families still alive and stuff, but
Okay.
good people.
So how did you end up getting the no-show job? Who provided that, or can you say on
The
that,
boys,
or
yeah, the boys did.
the outfit?
Yeah, the outfit did. Political connections. I got the mayor of Niles, Illinois, which was the town next to where I grew up with. He was a Greek guy. He was pretty well connected with well, I'll refer to as the boys, and he arranged it. And they kind of understood, but there were still some straight arrows that worked for the county. It was a county job.
Mhm.
And, they'd report me to who was it was the Forest Preserve District, actually. And the guy that ran, the president of the Forest Preserve District, was a guy named Dick Phelan. Dick Phelan was another guy that was pretty crooked. I haven't seen much about it, but and until I do, I will probably keep it private. But yeah, the guy was heavily involved with these with the guys that I worked with, and
Damn.
he was yeah, he got the message after a year of having to sign in and stuff. Then it just became a strictly no show job.
Mm. So, I think you at one point, and maybe it was an interview or on the article too, you said that Tony Accardo's sister had worked there too?
Yeah, she did. It was funny when the first year I worked there, I worked at the headquarters. That's how good of a job it was. I mean, I wasn't out cutting trees down like the rest of forestry was. I was in the headquarters, and his sister's name was Bessie. And Bessie, and people who know Tony Accardo and have seen Bessie, they were very similar in age, close in age, and they looked a lot alike. And now that he's dead, I'll joke, but I'd be like, I would tell guys that, they knew it's Bessie Accardo, guys that were at the headquarters. That's Tony Accardo's sister. I said, I know. And she'd tell me some great stories. The best is she wanted to date Al Capone's brother, Bottles. I forget his first name, but Tony tells her, if you dare date that Bottles, I'll kill him. So she didn't date, Bottles Capone. But that's not. She was well beyond her retirement age. Um, but and she didn't have to work. A lot of people question the thing, but if you go and look at Cook County Forest Preserve employees, and there's a database somewhere, Bessie Accardo will show up.
Damn.
Same thing with Rob's article. When I, mentioned that my friend Jimmy LaValle got whacked on the golf course.
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. This clip came from one of my interviews I did in the past. Please hit subscribe if you want to get more clips like this. Also, if you want to watch the full interview, I'll put a link in the description. Or you can hit the button on the screen to watch the full interview.